Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is October 25th. Wow, it's 2:22 p.m. Yeah, 2:22 p.m. So it's Friday, October 25th, 2024. My last video was yesterday. So you could definitely be in alignment at the moment. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. Oh, it's not bad. Alright, so let me just get a little sage going before I start my reading, because I'm going to try and make this as quick as I can, okay? Because I would like to move on with my day. You know what was the animal that I saw in my dream last night? I'm pretty sure it was an anteater. I was trying to figure out what it was, because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I know this animal exists. But for some reason, I was like having a hard time trying to place what animal it was. Because in my dream, I heard a kinkajou. But I'm like, that doesn't look like a kinkajou. That looks like an anteater. So there's something about a kinkajou and an anteater. Let me see what those mean. But the thing is, the anteater, it was like sick and like cold out in the snow, because in the dream it was taking place in wintertime, and I was looking at it from like my balcony and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, that poor sick little animal, I should go save it, right? That was like my first reaction. I was like, I should go save that poor sick little animal that's left out in the cold winter. And it was also nighttime in the dream. Alright, so I don't know why I heard kinkajou. If you don't know what a kinkajou, it's like blah, 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 blah. They are they kind of look like lemurs, but they're not lemurs. There's like another name for kinkajous. So their scientific name is Potus flavus, which roughly translates to golden drinker. It's fond of nectar, which is interesting too, because I kept seeing the word ambrosia yesterday, which is like nectar of the gods. 333. They live in Central and South America. What was the name for it? I know there's this movie called Vivo. It's on Netflix. The main character is a kinkajou, but there was like another name for it, like a, not a scientific name, but just like something else that it's known as. Honey bear. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. It's also called the honey bear, or the night eight, or the night walker. Let me do some research. Hold on. Wowzers. Okay, so look up the kinkajou spirit animal. So the animal that was sick and on the floor for 24, like, the anteater also urinated on himself. I can tell in the dream, because there was like a little puddle next to its bum, and it was an anteater. It was like a red anteater, right? So I'm looking down at the anteater from my balcony. I'm like, oh my god, that poor sick little animal, I should go save it. And it's winter and it's like the dead of night, right? But somewhere up here, like above my head, like all like up here above my head. So meanwhile, I'm looking down, And then up here, I heard kinkajou, which is the honey bear, the animal. So some of you could have the spirit guide, the kinkajou, or like a spirit animal, right? So if that's the case, you guys have a lot of spirit animals, because my gosh. But anyways, the kinkajou spirit animal. This is an unassumingly powerful creature with hidden skills. So people don't assume, like, people just don't think that it's a powerful creature, but it is. This is an unassumingly powerful creature with hidden skills. They are deliberate in their movement, carefully placing their legs and tail for good balance, and their tail allows for reaching and grasping branches or ideas, if you're thinking symbolically or metaphorically. Interesting. Wow, there's a kinkajou myth. As the myth recounts, blowgun shooter, symbolized by the moon, married kinkajou, symbolized by Venus. Why is there always like a love story? And fathered their child. So blowgun shooter married kinkajou. They had a kid. Kinkajou's brothers, which would be Venus. Venus's brothers, which were 4 night monkeys, 4 other kinkajous, became jealous of blowgun shooter. So Venus's brothers became jealous of Venus's lover, and they decapitated him, which is cutting off the head. Then hid on the 4 central poles of the Maloka, the communal house. There's always some sort of jealousy. My God. Ugh. Oh. There's a Colombian superstition that if a kinkajou barks during the day, a family member will die. I just saw 707. So, in the dream, I saw a very sick anteater that was left out in the cold, and it had urinated on itself. And it was nighttime and it was winter. And I'm looking down at this kinkajou and I'm like, I should go save it, right? That was my natural instinct, right? But up here, the kinkajou, I'm guessing you're being warned that a family member is going to pass away, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I know this is going to sound really messed up, but you might want to help, but at the same time, it's kind of like there are certain situations where you cannot involve yourself in. You kind of just have to see it from the angle that you're in and leave it as is. So you guys are being warned that someone close to you, a family member, a neighbor, in the superstition, the Colombian superstition, it says a family member, right? But to generalize it, to widen, right, the reach, I would say that it could be a family member, a friend, a neighbor, a coworker, someone you know, someone close to you, right? This could be a family member by blood or by marriage. So you would have to take that how that resonates. So you guys are being warned that someone is going to pass away, and you can intuitively know who it is, and you might have a nurturing instinct to help, but it's kind of like there's nothing you can do. And it was in anteaters. Anteaters, they have like that long snout, and all they can eat, like that's all their diet is. It's just ants. So this person could have like a very specific diet, or like only eats one thing, or only enjoys one thing, or very narrow-minded, or very closed-minded, very stuck in their ways. All right, let me see something else. What an interesting turn of events. My goodness. Dreams that warn of illness, known as prodromal dreams. These warnings come incessantly and with increasing nightmarish levels of intensity when not paid attention to. So somebody could have not been paying attention to what it is that they were doing, and you're actually like seeing their demise. You're watching it happen from where you are, from your perspective. So they could have been doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, ingesting the same thing over and over and over again, eating the same thing over and over and over and over again, whatever the case it is. But if you ever look at an anteater, it's like that's all they eat, that's all their diet is, just ants. So someone could have been warned that something was going to happen to them and they ignored it. You could have gotten that same warning about that person and you kind of just like took heed of that in your own way, like noticed it, like noted. All right, got it, spirit guides, noted. Right? And they could have gotten the same warning, but they just like ignored it, and now that's, you know, going to be their demise. And someone could have been doing something to you out of jealousy, knowing that the end result of that would be them being sickly, their health declining, right? So everybody knew. It's just that you took heed and you took note, and you kind of just, oh, okay, whatever, like that's nothing for you to do anything about, right? And then the other person, who would be like the family member, the friend and neighbor at 1111 I just saw, they also were warned, but they, out of jealousy, it's like they couldn't handle it, they couldn't stop it, they couldn't not keep going. So now they're going to be left out in the cold, in the winter, in the dead of night, urinating on themselves, very sick. And you might want to help them, but realistically, what is it that you can do for them? You can't do anything for them. You can't give them your health, right? You can't fix their urinary issues. You can't cure them. You're not a doctor. You're not a nurse. You're not, I mean, that I know of, right? You're not, there's nothing that you can do for this person. Especially when this person, everybody on board, they knew what would happen to this particular person or these particular people if they kept doing what they kept doing. Now the time has come. Like you're, you know, because I heard it was, I don't know how to explain it, but it was like a voice, or like but like telepathically, it was like a voice, but it was coming from up here. You know how like when you hear music and you just follow the sound and you can just know that it's coming from, it's over there, right? It's like that. I just saw 1221, but it was like up here, like all the way up here. And I heard Kinkajou. So I mean, it is very sad, but at the same time, you know, you just gotta keep on keeping on, you know? And that may sound very cold and harsh, but at the same time, realistically, what is it that you're supposed to do for this person, for these people? There's nothing you can do, right? Can you administer medicine? Can you give them health? I mean, what is it that you're supposed to do? What do they expect you to do, right? And the thing is, like, you may want to help, but you can't, like, create, I don't know, I just feel like you're being reminded, because in the dream I was like, I want to help this poor, sick, cold creature, right? And like I wanted to help, but it was kind of like I had woken up. I mean, I started changing the dreams at that point because I really wanted to help, so I started changing things. But aside from that, the majority of like there was really nothing I can do, so I ended up waking up. All right. Oh, this is blueberry tea, by the way. Oh my god, it's so good. The letter J could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial name of a word or place, and then we have she's obsessed with you. So somebody with the letter J could be obsessed with you. I'm hearing the song, ooh, child, things are gonna get better. Ooh, child, things are gonna get brighter. So I feel like that could be for you. Sorry. My phone. This could be the person. Yeah, so this person's like doing black magic. That's why they're gonna be sick. And there's like incontinence. Do you know what incontinence means? Incontinence means that you lose the ability to control your bowels and the ability to go to the bathroom when you want to go to the bathroom. So you can't urinate on control. You can't poo on control. It's just, you have no control over it. It just comes out. Right? So a lot of the times when people suffer from incontinence or IBS or whatever, they have to have like that little plastic baggie to catch all the stuff. Oh my gosh, I gotta clear up some space. Otherwise it's gonna stop. Hold on. Oh wait. It kept going. Oh wait, hold on.